Now we're live.
We're live now?
Are you making a grand entrance?
Now we're live.
Oh, shoot.
Too much headspace again, woman.
Oh my God.
There we go.
Here, let's move it.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Shh, shh. Just shh, shh.
It's crooked.
I know it's crooked. Just shh. Nobody's here yet. Shh.
Okay.
Okay, wait for it. Hello, ladies. Welcome back to the Menopausal View.
You know what?
What?
Maybe if you do a live viewing on your phone, can you do that?
A live viewing on my phone.
Yeah, like a live video, like a live.
Let us see. Probably not, because I can't even see where we're live right now. I don't know what's happening here. So, welcome back to the Menopausal View. Those of you that have chosen to watch us.
Now we have no headroom.
Those of you that have chosen to watch us instead of any Super Bowl foolishness. I don't support the NFL. So
We are way more it's
is that bothering you? Is
Yeah.
it triggering you?
Yes.
There.
Now we're crooked.
Now we're quick. You're gonna mess it up. Oh, there we go.
We're perfect.
We're perfect. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I am getting over pertussis or typhoid fever
Girl, you get
or
me
malaria
sick and I will cut you.
or something. So anyway,
You look
So we're
really
back.
good in that hair.
thank you very much.
Oh my God.
I mean, I picked this wig out and I was like, oh my God, this is me. This is so me.
I'm
Yeah.
in love with and
Thank you very much.
Robin told me to tell you that you are absolutely hysterical and you're absolutely gorgeous. And I felt like she was trying to make a move on you as my best
I
friend,
do what I can.
making a move on my other best friend. And I felt some kind of way about
You
it.
twinged a little bit.
I did.
You're like,
I was like, wait a minute.
like, wait
And
a
I said,
minute.
I'm hysterical.
Robin.
And I'm pretty too.
what's up?
Let me tag Robin.
I am spoken for, Robin. I'm sorry. Our love can never be. So, anywho, we're back. And I'm Jay, if you haven't figured this out yet. Because, I just assume that we have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of followers that watch these videos that are like, I know exactly who I'm looking at right now. So, I'm Jay.
And I'm Jen.
And we're the Menopausal View, and we are here to assist. And occasionally cough.
She coughs a lot.
I cough a lot right now. I'm going to go ahead and pop in my lozenge, because I'm 100 years old. So, we are here to assist you in navigating through menopause and to let you know you are not alone. You're here. We're here with you. We're going through it too, whether we want to or not. We're experiencing hot flashes. We're experiencing night sweats, sleepless nights, hair loss, weight gain, irritability,
Irritability.
hot flashes. But we're also cooking. We're cooking and we're laughing and we're doing makeup and we are...
Flabulous.
We're flabulous. We're just living our most fabulous life. Sweat and all. Sweat dripping off of us and all.
So if you are just joining us and you don't know how this works, please like our post, our video, and share it now so we can get more people. Add it to a watch party, whatever you got to do to get more people to watch us. Just a heads up for those who are more sensitive. We will be. You are just joining us, and you don't know how this.
I'm sorry. This is very rude. I'm
And
sorry.
you talk about me.
Go ahead. Go ahead what you were saying, lady.
Anyway, look, it says Jocelyn Store has joined us.
Well, this is useless.
Anyway,
This is useless. Go ahead.
hello again, everyone who's joined us back. This is our well, we each did a
done so
single
many now,
one,
we've
and then we've done
forgotten.
2 more together.
matter.
So this is like our 5th installment
Our
today.
27th installment of the day. Thank you for hanging in there because clearly you have nothing else to do either.
And thank you for
And it's cool.
And choosing us over the Super Bowl,
All
whatever
all the fluff that goes in around the Super Bowl.
Whatever the bowl is, I don't even know. And it every 4 years it falls on my birthday, and so every fourth year my dad just completely ignored me. So I'm used to it at this point, but I still have I would always joke that I would watch it with him just because of those white pants and you can almost see the butt, But now I'm just like, eh. Anyway, for those who are more sensitive,
I want to see it tight, but I'll just twirl around in the mirror. I know you're waiting for it. I know you're waiting. Just a little dab. What?
No, wait. You have to see our shirts today.
Oh yes.
You show yours.
This one says, "We do run the world, damn straight."
And mine is Queen Crowned.
Yes.
I am a queen crowned. I had to read that little tiny part right there. And these are compliments of Miss Jocelyn
For her birthday.
for the day of my birth. Well, it's technically the month of my birth because I celebrate the entire month long.
Yes.
So anyway, for those of you who are more sensitive minded, we may or may not be using words that you may not like today.
And by may or may not, we will be using foul language. So look away. If this offends your delicate sensibility, look away. Look away.
Look away.
Just saying. Strong language.
Strong language will be used ahead.
Yes.
We have a very, somebody doesn't like February. I don't think Vicky Bovey likes February. She says F off February.
She said that in a couple other videos too.
This is an important month for me.
Yes.
I was born.
My oldest granddaughter was born in February. February is a glorious month.
It's glorious.
And it's Black History Month too. Not that we are not historical throughout the year. Just saying. There's a lot. You got to be happy wherever you're at, Vicky. You got to be happy.
Renee, I love you. I love you so much, Renee. She said, fuck that, I'm out.
I can't see. You're making me cough, Renee. You're a silly goose. I like you.
We will be using profanity in this video because
Yes.
we have some very... and I almost don't know if we should because this is something that needs to be said. We have some very important things that we need to talk about. So, do you mind if I start?
You can drive. You drive. You got
Okay.
because you brought this topic up, so you're going ahead and drive, and I'll just chime in with some curse words.
Okay. So, let me just give you some background, okay? On who I am, just in case you don't know. I have spent the majority of my life, well, I spent my entire life sick. I spent a lot of my time in a wheelchair. I have spent a lot of time in the bed, bedbound. My weight has fluctuated up and down, up and down, up and down, a lot. Here recently, I have put on some weight. When you're on antibiotics and steroids permanently, and you're dealing with other medical issues, it tends to put on the weight whether you eat right and exercise if you can. So there's a lot of medical conditions with me involved.
I'm fat just because I like snacks.
Well, I have found,
and I'm getting older, and you just hold on.
and
to
plus some menopause. It's a natural weight gain.
But
time.
I really enjoy carbs. I should say that in writing. I really, I'm passionately involved with carbs. Go ahead.
But here's the thing. I spent 40 some years of my life afraid to be who I am because of my size, because of my skin, because of how I looked, because I didn't speak the right way, because I didn't fit in with the modern world. And I hid everything about me. I pretended to be somebody else. And when my husband committed suicide, it was my opportunity to say, fuck it, and change everything. I got out of a wheelchair. I changed how I ate. I got off of all my medications. I became a public speaker. I became a beauty queen. I became a plus size model. And I did that. I changed my mindset. I changed the people I hang around with. I changed every single aspect of my life. And I am very happy with me. I am thrilled with who I am. I'm smart. I'm a freaking comic book geek. Most men would be thrilled to be around me because I can talk the game better than they can. I know more about comic books than most men do, the geeks of the world. And I love how I look. I'm gorgeous. I am a big girl. But here recently, since I put on this extra weight I have put on almost 80 pounds in the last 5 months. And
Really? Congrats. That's
a lot.
Some significant stats on the board. Congratulations.
It is. And it's not because I've changed my eating habits. If anything, I'm eating less because I'm on antibiotics and steroids, which makes you not want to eat. But both of those automatically put on the weight. Okay? Now, they're low doses, but because I'm on them consistently, it's hard for me to lose weight, let alone with the inability to move around because of pain management and stuff like that. It's harder. It's harder for me to work off the calories that I am using. I do move. I do a lot of physical activity that I can. So recently,
hold on. Here's the thing, though. Excuse me for interrupting. You don't have to make excuses.
I'm not.
You don't have to make.
I'm going somewhere with this.
Okay.
I have
Proceed.
I have a point with all of this.
Proceed.
So recently, I'm leading up to. Recently, I went to get my nail repaired, and it had been a very difficult week. I'd had 14 seizures in 4 days, ended up in the emergency room, not once but twice, was admitted into the hospital, and continued to have seizures. I was exhausted, absolutely exhausted, and I broke one of my nails, and I had broken it to where it was bleeding, so I had to get it fixed in order for the pain to just go away. And there was a gentleman who runs the nail salon. I'm not going to name the nail salon because the person who does my nails, I actually love her. And she's never been disrespectful to me. But when my husband came in, long story short, he basically told my husband that he needed to tie a rope around my waist and tie it to the car. And that would make sure that I got my exercise. That was number one. Then I started getting messages about almost the same video, the video of people tying people to a car and driving while they run behind them. And then comments in my videos about putting on makeup, how you should probably go on a diet. You have no idea what I eat.
First of all,
you have no idea my lifestyle, and you are not my doctor. You do not know.
Can I say it? Can I interject?
Go. I'm going to eat.
Fuck you.
And the horse you rode in on. But
and let me tell you something. And I'm sitting here eating chicken wings on purpose because clearly whoever's on one doesn't enjoy watching a big girl enjoy a snack. So here you go. So here's to you and the lead pipe that I hope that you sit on.
So my whole point with all of this was this. I know that there are a lot of plus size people who are watching us. And I want you to understand something. The average size woman in the United States is an 18-20. I'm a size 20, 22. I'm slightly above average right now because of the weight gain. So my point is if you are in that average range, they have absolutely no place to talk. Men's sizes are half the size of ours, but this the same size as us. So for them, a size 22 is a medium. For us, it's a 2 or 3X. So we are programmed to believe that we're unworthy because of our sizes.
And let me say this, chiming in on that. We're not promoting being unhealthy. That's not what this is about. This is about loving whatever skin you're in at that moment. So if you're in a place where you need to get healthy, then work on getting healthy, but love yourself
In the process.
Don't hate the body that you're in. That's all you got. My thing is, I'm fat and I'm fucking fabulous.
And you're gorgeous.
Stunning.
And you're funny.
And funny and smart. And loving and caring. And I'm all these other things. But I'm also a fluffy woman. And don't get it twisted. If I was single, I'd see more ass in a toilet seat. I'm going to tell you that right now. Okay?
It's true.
Because I can pick, choose, and refuse. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So, while I have not had that experience with anybody coming for me on one of our videos or on social media or whatever, I suggest you not. I suggest you not. Because when I say my mouth can cut you into little teeny tiny pieces. Little teeny tiny pieces. I know I'm fat. And I'm all that. And a bag of chips with hot sauce. How about that? How about that? So tell your mama she needs to lose weight. How about that?
So here's my point.
Whatever fat girl hurt your feelings and didn't want you in high school or in elementary school, seek therapy for it.
Here's my point. Number one, if you stop eating, you will die. You will not necessarily lose weight because your body goes into starvation mode and it will store your fat. And ironically, the haters, the trollers on social media, that's the first thing they say is stop eating. Screw you. You don't know what you're talking about. I remember when I was in a restaurant once, and this was before I found myself. I was in a restaurant with my husband, not Sean, the one who passed away. He spent the entire meal on the phone with someone, another woman, by the way. And so he did that every time we went out to eat. So when he did that, I would just sit around and eat and watch people around me. And there was a plus size woman who was sitting diagonal from us. So I could kind of see the side of her face and her back. And she was flipping through one of those calorie books. Okay? And she orders a side salad to eat. Okay? Now, her husband and her son are there eating with her. This was at Perkins.
Mm-hmm.
The husband, he's eating like a quadruple quarter pounder that's like this freaking big with 2 orders of fries and a sundae and a milkshake. And the son is eating almost the exact same thing. Meanwhile, she's sliding lettuce around on her plate. And I hear her husband say to her, you know, if you just quit eating, you'd lose the weight. I'm pretty sure that my eyeballs rolled to the back of my head and my head spun around 3 times and pea soup came out my fucking ears. I was so angry for her. And I was a big girl at that time. I was almost a size 32. Okay? Mm-hmm. And this was before I was wearing makeup. This was before my hair was all stringy and I had blisters all over my skin and I looked like crap. And I was in a wheelchair and I was just like, what a horrible thing to say to your wife while she's sitting there eating lettuce that she's put lemon on as a dressing while you eat that in front of her. What kind of asshole says that to somebody?
A lot of them.
So you know what I did? As we were leaving, my husband's still on his phone. I couldn't stand up for myself, but I went over to her and I touched her on the shoulder and I said, ma'am, I just want to tell you something. You are one of the most beautiful women I have ever seen.
Good for you.
And then I just said, you two are so lucky to have such a beautiful woman in your lives.
Mm-hmm.
And I left. And I bet you money that I made her feel better about herself than anything that man could have ever said to her.
Absolutely.
I am so disappointed that men think that because they can lose weight by not eating bread for 3 days, that we can.
Oh, if I only had shits to give.
I have not had bread in 7 years.
If I only had shits to give about somebody else's opinion of what I should look like.
Exactly.
And the false concern about
yes.
The false concern about, well, we're just saying it just
because we want to help you.
Because we want to help you. Help your damn self. Fix your marriage. Work on them raggedy ass kids. That's what you need to do, okay? Worry about what's going on inside your household before you step out here giving unsolicited advice to people. That's what you need to do, okay? I've seen too many instances, and I'm making a point to eat through this entire video, because I hope to God I'm pissing everybody. I hope I'm pissing enough people off that hate watching fat girls enjoy food, because I'm really enjoying these chicken wings. I'm just saying that, and this sweet drink I'm drinking
with bourbon sauce from Eli's.
Again, I'm not promoting an unhealthy lifestyle. I think that you should watch your carbs. I think you should watch your fat intake. I think that you should eat a salad. Get your dark leafy vegetables, your dark leafy green vegetables in. I think that all that is wonderful, and I think that you should get some exercise and all that other fun stuff.
It's everything in equal parts.
But
you
I
can't
think
do
that you
too much
should,
of one.
But don't stop loving yourself just because you don't look the way somebody else thinks you should look. That's it. And be the best at whatever size you are.
And this goes for the too skinny chicks too. I have a lot of friends who are super skinny, and they get the opposite. Go eat a cheeseburger. Go eat this. Go eat some chips. I want to feed. Really? Now, let me just say this. I have a confession to make. A long time ago, after I had my son, I had toxemia while I was pregnant with my son, and I gained 150 pounds while I was pregnant with him. Now, I started out as a size 5, okay? Gained 150 pounds. I went to a size 18, all right? And I was I was visiting someone in the hospital, or I was going to the hospital, or I was taking somebody to the hospital, and there was a very large woman there. And I looked at my friend, and I said to her, now keep in mind, I was probably 18 at the time. And I said to her, if I ever get that big, kill me. Now, let me say this.
I've said that too in my youth.
Let me say this. I did not mean it to be a dig to her. I meant it because I saw myself going that direction. Because I put on so much weight with the baby. She heard me say that. I never went over to her and said, that wasn't about you, that was about me. And so your flippant comments stay with people. I remember that.
For forever.
I remember that from 30 years ago, and I was the one that said it. That was the first time I was the bully to somebody else. And I didn't mean it to be a bully to her. It was about me. But she heard me saying it. And that had to have cut her. That had to have just devastated her. So you have to remember, flippant comments,
unsolicited advice.
You've got to watch your words, because what you're saying, you're putting it out there into the universe, and you are creating an energy, whether it's positive or negative, one way or the other.
And it comes back. It comes back.
It does.
Even if it's just on social media, it comes back.
Do you want to be a positive influence for someone, or do you want to be a negative influence for someone? If you cannot accept someone for how they look, for who they are, for how they talk, and here's one, if you can't stand it the way they put their makeup on, if you're not willing to teach them how to do their fucking makeup, shut your fucking mouth.
How about that? Bloop. Put that on your nightstand. Walk away. There you go. My thing is this. Learn to mind your own fucking business. How about that? And there's going to be a lot of F's used in the rest of this video. Mind your own fucking business. That's the best advice that I can give you, because if you give it to somebody in public, you don't know what that person is going through.
Nothing.
You have no clue. That person could snap on you and blow your brains out. True story. Or beat the brakes off of you. Or wait till you step off the curb coming out of the store and run you over with their car. That's an idea.
You have no idea.
You don't know where these people are coming. People are at their breaking points right now. There's a lot of mental health issues. Like I said, you don't know what people are dealing with.
And the way people are treating mental health, that was kind of something I wanted to segue into this, Jocelyn. I'm so glad you said that. Because I feel like mental health and chronic illnesses and weight issues, positive or negative, they all fall into this category. You don't talk about it. You're not allowed to share about it. You're not allowed to be offended when someone hurts your feelings and says angry, mean, hurtful things about it. But yet, there's this thing have you heard that a lot of cancer survivors, they heal, they get better because they have such strong support by people. And it was a major media storm that came in, I want to say in the late 80s, early 90s, where it was a big thing where you have to support people who have cancer. They need you. They need you to support them. And when they started seeing family members gathering around and supporting their family members and friends that had cancer, their what's their rate? Where they lived, their survival rate went up. And here's the thing, with so much hatred in the LGBT community within itself, and then other people hating it as well, and then the chronic illnesses, we're not allowed to talk about it. I'm not allowed to talk about my chronic illnesses because nobody wants to hear about it because it's negative and it's whiny and it's bitchy. But the fact is I'm sick, but nobody wants to hear about it because I'm here in spite of being sick. I'm here to overcome everything that I have. And I'm still here. I'm still here to tell you I'm fucking amazing.
Amazing.
Then it's the same thing with mental illnesses. You're not allowed to talk about it. People are depressed. People are killing themselves. Children are killing themselves because they're not being treated properly. Because it's taboo. If you could talk about mental illness and chronic illness like you can talk about cancer, oh, she's got cancer. Let's go take her some flowers and bring her some food and let's go visit her. Let's go hang out with her. Let's go cheer her up. If everybody could talk to all of those people the same way, the livelihoods of these people would change. They would change dramatically. Just knowing that someone out there cares and doesn't judge them based on their weight or their illness or their mental illness or their sexuality or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Everybody's got that thing, that one thing about them. Sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 5, sometimes it's 10. Everybody has something.
It has something that is perceived as a flaw by somebody else. And the thing of it is, though, is that same flaw, there's somebody else that's like, oh my God, I've been looking for somebody
like
that's just like you. As far as, and I'm just gonna keep it to the being overweight thing. There's a whole bunch of chubby chasers out here. There's a whole bunch of men and women that appreciate a fluffy significant other. Just saying that. I've been heavier. This is probably the heaviest I think I've been in my life. And like I said, my thing is, just the older that I get and I realize that it's getting more and more difficult for me to lose weight. Even like if I eat just one meal a day, where when I did that when I was 20, the weight would just fall off of me. Now that we're menopause, my menopause is like, bitch, you gotta do better than that. Like, do you know how much fat I got stored? Do you know how many carbs I've packed away in this third stomach? No. If like right now, if I slid into a coma for 3 months, I'd still be straight. I wouldn't.
You'd still be fat when you woke up.
I'd still be fat when I woke up. Mm-hmm. So, I have to put in effort. Like I said, I've lost 7 pounds in the last week. That's mainly, we all know the first 20 is water, you know. But it's a start. It's somewhere, and like I said, but my goal is not so much the fat, it's the health. I want to make sure that my sugar is okay. I want to be here. I want to live. I want to be here to be around.
Do you remember back in at the beginning of 2017 when I was in the hospital? I was in the hospital off and on for about 6 months. I was on a feeding tube and IV fluids. I did not eat for 6 months. I did not lose a pound. I gained 7 pounds. So even if you don't eat,
I had all 4 of my wisdom teeth pulled when I was in my 20s, when I was married to my first husband. I had all 4 of my wisdom teeth pulled. And everybody was like, well, at least, you know, you'll be able to lose some weight during that time because you're not going to be able to eat. I ended up gaining, during that week, I gained 2 pounds because I'm a professional. First of all, bitch. First of all, I'm a professional fat girl. So
we ain't playing.
I'm not playing. I'm going to figure out. I'm the Ways and Means Committee, okay? I have figured out that while I may not be able to chew with my back teeth, I can tear off little tiny pieces of a hamburger from McDonald's, and I can only open my mouth this far, but it's far enough that I can jam that tiny piece of hamburger into that slot and chew it with my front teeth like this, and then try to get the rest of it to dissolve with the roof of my mouth. I also managed to figure out that you can still enjoy a milkshake whilst you are healing from having all 4 of your wisdom teeth pulled. So there's, you know, the thing of it is.
Was I that day that you did that?
No, you didn't know me when I was in my 20s.
Oh, I didn't know. When we were at the dentist?
No, I was having a filling put in that day. No, that didn't impede my progress at all. That didn't, a filling, that's child's play. Yeah, I had snacks waiting on me in the car. So what I'm saying to you all is, people that like to fat shame or whatever, fix what's wrong with you. While you're sitting around here judging other people and pointing fingers and picking out other people's flaws, you know what they say, that every time you point the finger, there's these guys pointing back at you. Do some self-evaluation. Figure out what's flawed in you that you give a fuck about what anybody else's weight is or whatever. You know, my thing is this, if you don't enjoy our show, don't watch it. It's okay. It's okay. We're not here to...
You're wrong.
We're not here to force anybody to do anything that's going to cause their asshole to close shut. That's not what we're here for. We're here to bring happiness and joy to the masses and to bring some positive, some love and some light and energy into the world. We're not here to chafe you. We're not here to get your little panties all the way into your rectum. It's okay. Look away. Shield yourself. Just that simple.
Or you can join us and just be happy with who you are.
And just be happy with who you are right now. Like I said, if you're fat, if you're bedridden and if you're watching us, let me tell you something. I'll make this point. If you're bedridden, if you're 700 pounds right now, I have not seen one episode of My 600-Pound Life where they didn't have a man or significant other. And I would say, so there's somebody out there that will love you just the way that you are. So my thing is this, if the broad on My 600-Pound Life has got a dude that's like, I love her, I just love her, and I keep feeding her, then go on ahead and have that taco. Go on ahead and eat that taco. Go on ahead and eat that. If that's what's making you happy. But my thing is this, do what's right for you. So, but don't let anybody tell you what's right. You'll know when to say when. You'll know when enough is enough. You'll know when to say, like I said, for me, I know from a health standpoint, I got to get myself, in a little bit better physical condition. Mainly because I got people keep popping out grandchildren like there's a little factory somewhere that they're scared they're going to get laid off, so they got to work double time now. So I got to keep up with all these babies. But that's my motivation to get healthy. You know, if you have a different motivation to get healthy, or if you're like, you know what, I'm cool. I'm kind of cool where I'm at right now. I'm 450. I'm straight. Then be straight. Be your best fucking flabulous self just where you are. Like I said, I'm not encouraging an unhealthy lifestyle.
Actually,
But
we encourage a healthy lifestyle.
we do encourage a healthy lifestyle. Absolutely.
Just
I
don't
want you to
judge
get-
people.
But my thing is this: judge no one. Judge not lest ye be judged. Because I'm telling you, when the flashlight's on you, it ain't so funny. So,
Do you remember a while back, there was this gorgeous comedian. She had a Facebook show, and she was always joking around about random things. And for the most part, she was hysterical. And she was gorgeous. So people tuned in droves to watch her. Mm-hmm. And then she talked about the fat guy she had to sit by on the plane.
I don't remember that.
She was removed from Facebook.
She tanked herself.
And she's like, if you have physical problems, that's one thing. And here's the thing. Almost everybody who's overweight, according to American standards, let me rewind. Do you know what American standards are, where they come from? Let me tell you where American standards come from. Pre-World War II, they were trying to decide what the optimum size is, the optimum food that they could eat. Not to live a life, but to survive. So those are the numbers that they came up with for survival. Nothing more than survival. So men had to be like 150 pounds or 180 pounds. Anything more than that, that was the minimum they could be to survive.
There's always here. I don't want to say no. That wasn't the minimum to survive. There's always been a standard of beauty, no matter what that time period was. There's always been a standard of beauty, like with the housewife thing, with you walking around in high heel shoes through the day. Nobody's home. Nobody's doing that shit. I'm sorry. If you're walking around in high heels, more power to you. If you're walking around in a dress, with it buttoned all the way up to your, to your gizzard, that's more power to you. But at the end of the day, the standard of beauty has changed. Yes, America, we are some of the fattest fucks out here on the planet. We are.
It's because all of our food is tainted with GMO.
And we overeat. It's the chemicals. We are a gluttonous society. And I'm not going to say that mine is all health related, because there are certainly steps that I could have taken before we got to this lusciousness that you see before you right now. I could have stepped back a couple of times, but I opted not to. I checked the opt-out button on that one. And this is the gloriousness that you get right here. And I'm not ashamed of that, because it is what it is. Like I said, I'm fat and I'm flabulous. So, love the skin you're in. That's the only message that I'm trying to say is I'm not making excuses for anybody. We all got here how we got here. That's at the end of the day, that's it. Here's what you get. Ta-da, bitches, ta-da, that's it. So, however you got here, whether it was through medication, whether it was an injury, whether it was your passion for carbs, whether it was your love of fatty foods, whether it was somebody held you down and jammed noodles into all of your orifices. However you got here, we're fucking here now, okay? So,
and we're proud. Accept us for who we are.
That's it. Like I said, I wish you would come for me. Come for me. I wish you would, bitch.
Well, here's the thing. It doesn't bother me. Not anymore. It used to bother me. It used to break me to hear stuff like that. Now I think it's stupid for them. I think they're the ones with the problem. And usually people who say stuff like that are the ones that have the problem. They have a self-esteem problem of themselves.
They're hurting.
They are hurting. Just like when I said that about that woman in the hospital who was a big woman, and I said, shoot me if I get that big. That was my self-esteem that made me say that, because I already felt like I was that size.
Right.
And that was on me. But when I said it, it hurt her.
Right.
But it was about me. So keep that in mind. Anytime anybody says anything to you about your weight, about your chronic illness, about your mental health, about your sexual orientation, about any of these, even your political beliefs, your religious beliefs, anytime anybody says anything derogatory, if they're not doing it in a way to open up dialogue and actually have a conversation with you, or to open up that channel, then they're doing it out of fear for themselves. And most of the time, even if they're bringing it up,
transference.
it is. It is. With the political climate, if you can't open up and have an open conversation with someone right now, you're closed-minded, you're still doing the same thing. You are judging the opposite political party based on your fears. You have to be able to open up and listen to the other side. Even if you know they're wrong, even if you disagree with them with every ounce of your being, you have to be able to open up a dialogue with them. Otherwise, you're judging, you're prejudging. And
don't open up a dialogue about me and my fatness. Me and my fatness. This bitch been with me since day one. This is my A1 from day one, okay? You, your mama, your daddy, your husband, keep your opinions to yourself.
Exactly.
Or you could catch hands. You could catch a verbal ass whooping. I know how to embarrass people.
Well, and here's the thing. Here's one of the reasons.
And don't do it to somebody in front of me.
Here's one of the reasons why we are bringing this up. We have deleted a lot of negative comments and a lot of negative posts in our inbox.
I don't want to say we get a lot. We get more penises in our inbox than we get anything.
We do.
Which is telling us we're doing something right out there, aren't we? Hey,
Us
fist
plus
bump
size
on that
girls.
one. Yeah, plus size. Somebody's passionate about it. Just saying. Just saying. So we get far more inappropriate things in our inbox, but a couple of them have been shots at whatever. I haven't seen them. Jen's the one that catch. She feels all that stuff, and I don't.
I do. I'm the one. I'm on there.
But if you sent a comment about me and my fatness, soak it in. Soak it in. I want you to get the full. Wait for it. Wait. I want you to get the whole thing. The 360, bitch. The 360. Do you see it? Do you see all of it? Soak it in. Now ask me how many fucks I give. There. Yep.
Oh my God.
Anyway. Proceed.
So where I was going with all of this, don't be surprised. We've been trying to stay nice and happy.
And we are nice. We're very nice people.
We really are.
Salt of the earth. Salt of the earth.
Our nun habits are coming soon.
Mine is in a 3X. So there's that.
Don't be surprised if you start seeing some words being slung to some of these comments that are being posted. I'm done trying to keep the comment section clean and the private messaging. I'm just going to start banning people on that because I'm done. I'm tired of answering all those messages and seeing all those peni.
So now you got it. So now our friends with the penises, your band, and then the fat people, dudes that you secretly love fat girls, but you want to pretend like you don't love fat girls, so you take shots at fat girls. It's okay. Come on in. The water's fine.
But you start slinging some mud, don't be surprised.
You're going to catch a band. You're going to catch it. You're going to catch...
And we will find you. We will look at your own profile page.
Don't have a public profile picture. Don't do it. Because when I say we will post you and roast you...
We will share your contact information.
Whoa!
Because we're done.
Whoa!
We're done with the negativity.
I'm just that petty. I'm just that petty. So, you want to be judged. You want to put other people up for judgment? You can be judged too.
I want you to look at us. Look at our faces. We are gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
We are smart.
Stunning. Wait. Let me picture frame it for you. The look away. Do the look away. Do the look away. There we go. There we go. There it is. Soak it in.
I'm a professional model. Really?
I'm not. I'm just somebody that doesn't give a fuck. How about that?
I'm just saying.
How about that?
So bring it. Bring it.
Bring the heat and watch your ass get banned. We've said enough. We've said enough here. I've said all that I care to say on the topic.
For all the rest of you, we love you.
We love you.
Please go to our YouTube channel, The Menopausal View, and follow us.
Yep.
No, what is it? It's not follow, it's...
Subscribe.
Subscribe to us. We need subscribers.
Because like I said, there's content there that we don't share. And also, if you're looking for just the cooking videos, you can also, because we double down. There's the Menopausal View. We post the cooking videos there, but I also cook just the cooking videos on Dinner with Spice on YouTube. So if you want to go subscribe to both, then that way, if you're into the cooking piece of it or you're into the fuckery piece of it, whatever, we got a little something for everybody.
And then there's the Jen Quinn one as well, which is more modeling and self-improvement, stuff like that.
And makeup and stuff like that.
So there's 3 pages, but our main concern right now...
Main focus is the Menopausal View. Go there.
Right
subscribe.
now. Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
There that is. Okay.
Like and share our video. Like and share our page. The more people who do this, the better we'll do. And the more fun things we can do. Okay? But we have to get 100 likes on our YouTube page. And neither one of us really know how that works. So all we know is we have to get to 100 so we can start doing stuff.
True story.
So do it. Please. Do it now.
And I don't like to beg. I'm not going to beg. I'm just asking you nicely. Please go and subscribe. I'm not going to beg because I think that when you beg, I think that turns people off. So
I wasn't begging, I was demanding.
Oh. Okay. I thought you said pretty pleased with sugar on top at one point.
Did I? I might have said please.
You may have said that. I don't know. Anyway.
A long time ago.
A long time ago.
Now I'm just done. Now I need y'all to do it right now.
Right. So there's that.
Thank you, Lisa, for already subscribing.
Lisa, you're amazing.
You're a true MVP.
And you're on the list for this special surprise.
And so has Marianne. She's also subscribed.
And Marianne, you've subscribed. You're on the list then. That puts you on the list for the special something. Just saying.
Okay. So we love you and stay fabulous.
Stay fabulous. Have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. Peace out.
Are we coming back?
I don't know. We'll talk about it. We may be back.
We may be back.
We're not back in 15. We're not coming back.
Or 20.
Love you. See you soon.